Okay, we're talking about the tri-pentatonic shaped E box here. Okay, of course this is the E pentatonic included, or encased, whatever you call it, embedded into this. This is the E-shaped pentatonic. Okay, you don't see any 4s or 7s, and I was just explaining that to get the 4 and to get that 7, the 4 is part of the A-shaped pentatonic, and the 7 is part of the C-shaped, not C-shaped G pentatonic. Here's your C shape. 2, 5, 7, 2, 5, 7. Believe me, this is a C-shaped chord. You don't know it usually because there's a hard fret nut here, and people don't learn guitar like that right away. But it is there, and it's not the C chord. We talked about that last time. Here's the C chord. It's the C-shaped B chord that's a G, actually. So it's not the C shape. Excuse me. It starts on the 2 here. We've got 2, 5. Okay, in the key of E. Okay, it's going to be starting on the F sharp. So it is the B. It is the B because the 5th of E. We were doing E. I was mixing up C and E. So it is the C-shaped B chord, because B is the 5th of E. Okay, so that adds the 7th. We don't want to go any further about that. That adds the 7th. So that's how we get the diatonic. And it works in all 5 cages. So in the C here, we've got C cross E shape cross G shape. The C shape is right here. 3, 5, 6 root 2, 3, 5, 6 root 2, 3, 5. Okay, no 7s, no 4s. Where do we get the 4? We get an E-shaped 4th. The 4th of C is F. Okay, so we're going to start on the 4th of C of F right here, and we're going to do an E shape there. So it's 4, 5, 6 root 2, 4, 5, 6 root 2, 4, 5. That is an E-shaped 4th, or an E-shaped F in the key of C, and we get the 7 with the G shape. So remember, pretty much the 7's going to come from the G shape, which is the 3rd of the 5th, and the 4th is going to come from the E shape. Actually, it could be a different shape, but it's going to come from the 4th, the shape that contains the 4th. The 4th comes from the 4th, but the 7th comes from the 5th. All right, moving right along. So what were we talking about? All right, let's just take a breather and say, this is a great day because we're going to learn this chart. I'm going to give you the time that I need to teach you this chart. And I have things I have to do because I got a part-time job. Although I start tomorrow, there's things I want to get to. So we could take a little brief break, and want to show you something here. This is the Andy's guitar notes inlays. They're going to be available soon. Now, soon could be infinity. I mean, this has taken too long. It just always took me a long time to get the inlays on the guitar. But sometimes it used to take 3 days. Like I used to have that kind of time off. And since I'm starting a new part-time job, I'm finding all of a sudden I happen to work near the printers. So I stopped into the printers and I found out that what kind of paper I would need, and then went to the internet to try and get a better deal, because they said they didn't even have the laminating paper, And let's see. Okay, actually both these are the same thing. This doesn't show the lamination stuff, but this is the paper that it gets printed on, and then I'm planning to supposedly laminate it, so it'll protect it from smudging and you know, that kind of thing. And that's not going to be easy because it has to be laid over. But anyway, without bubbles, you know the bubbles thing. So these are, and the inlays are going to be like this. They're going to be like standard size for this guitar. I'm not going to buy a new guitar because I already bought the one that I thought was, would be used. It has the cutaway and everything, and I'll show you the guitar that it's for and everything when I put them online on eBay. But don't go searching there now. I'll let you know when they're available, and when I get them from the printers. I may give you the choice to laminate it yourself, which I'll just include the sheet with it, and it'll be a reasonable price. And then there'd be included would be a CD, uh, a CD DVD that has all of my best charts, like 50 of my best charts. So that's going to be available soon. Alright, so this is chart 107 again. Alright, and we can see how these are the diatonic, tripentatonic scale boxes. Okay, these are good to have as a reference above these columns. So these columns these are all the columns. This is the E-shaped column. This is the D-shaped column. This is the C-shaped column. This is the A-shaped column. And this is the G-shaped column. And then I always have the E-shaped column once again, or if it's caged, you'd see C-A-G-E-D-C instead of the E doubled. So that I can see, we can see, you can see, we can see the relationships between. So see this R36 here? We want to see easily that we can see the R36 is shared by the G box. And then over here on this angle, in this situation, we have a 2-5 root here. We want to see that on that side it's shared with the D box. So with caged, we'll be looking at this particular D-shaped here. If I just listed caged up top here, you wouldn't be able to see right next to it how easily you can see that the C box and the D box share that same C-shaped root. So that's why I list the, I repeat the beginning and the end right here, the E shape and the E shape over here. If it was done in caged, the C shape would be the repeated one. And that's also true with all the way down the line. So we have an extra column here. Now initially I had also done that with the pentatonic scales, where I had root 2, 3, 5, 6 root. Guess what? I had to get rid of that repeat. It was confusing the heck out of me. So what I want to show you is we have this is where the action is. The pentatonic boxes are just like detailed versions of what I first have to show you. And this is the pentatonic scale. So we start in E because E is where you go. The E pentatonic box starts in root, so it's right. Sorry, I'm have to move it around so much. R2, 3, 5, 6, and then there's root again. R2, 3, 5, 6. So that's in the E box. And then the inversions of this, if you imagine this as a chord. Now we're going to play inversions of that chord, right? Sounds like a clock. Hurry up, Andy.